Hello and welcome to another episode of Andar plays Europa Universalis II Superstates mod as New York. Last episode we contemplated invading Pennsylvania or Maine, or basically just having our military do something, but we decided that because of Pennsylvania's alliances with Maine that there would be no easy way to get, one side by itself. They have figured out that I am a very destabilizing influence on the region due to my power, but to counteract their counteractions, I have been trying to cozy up to Quebec with much success. They are an ally of me now, which is really cool considering that we were enemies not too long ago. Also, we're trying to get these guys, the Virginians, to accept an alliance with us, but for whatever reason, our own government doesn't really like Virginians that much. Go figure, despite the fact that, they can mean the difference between gaining Pennsylvania or New Jersey and never expanding ever again. But even if that never works out, we still got the colonies, right? We're trying to snag as much of this Caribbean, Cuba, Haiti, these Turk and Bahama Islands, and maybe Jamaica, before starting a colonial republic down south. Hopefully the Europeans stay out. Gotta get some Monroe Doctrine up in here. But for now, I guess, consolidate the troops there, and we can only see what happens. Hopefully, relations with the Virginians improve. Cannot ally with rival. Maybe that's the issue. Duh, Andrew. Talking about. They're not one of our rivals. Oh, no, that's us. We need to view our country. Yeah, Virginia is not our rival. Quebec should not be our rival either. That's tricky, I would say. So I gotta anger Quebec and break the alliance or something. I mean, would Virginia be a more valuable ally? Quebec isn't going to help us in any war against Pennsylvania here. But would Virginia be any different? Let's be honest. I guess there's really only one way of finding out, and I think they'd be a stronger ally than Quebec. Quebec only has 7,000 people. Don't know how much Virginia has, but considering that they are conquering everything around them in a similar way to us, as long as they stay in their neck of the woods, I'm fine with that. So maybe they will be more sympathetic to our expansionism. I spent all that time trying to get Quebec to like me, only to do this. By setting Quebec as a rival, you will announce to the world that they are your rival. Against your rival, we have the following benefits: more likely to get alliances with their enemies, 25% prestige from defeating them in battles, 20% spy offense. Additionally, removing Virginia as a rival will cost you 100 diplomatic power. Can't I just remove them? I don't want... Hold on, let's try and see if we can just remove them as our rival without gaining Quebec. Maybe a right click. Yes, okay. I am legit pro at this game. So now I can offer an alliance and we love each other. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Do I have loans going on? I think every now and again I have loans, and it's good to check on that. 2 outstanding loans, so I will not purchase anything. Right now, I have a big enough military. In fact, it's killing themselves, standing on top of each other. So I guess I'll split it as best I can. Merge them when I need them to be merged. Yeah, Onondaga. Now, I could rename that Syracuse, but I'm not going to because I like saying Onondaga. Alright, continue. So now we are a military alliance, and it worked out for us because they have a military of 14, whereas Quebec has a military of 7. But what am I talking about? Because we got both of them. It's beautiful. Now, will they help us? And the answer... Yes, they would absolutely. So, you know what? Let's make this interesting. Bet you didn't expect a war, Pennsylvania, and viewers who might have thought I was a more peaceful ruler. Pfft, no. Dun, dun, dun. Now let's see how everyone is going to react. The only ally I'm going to have is Virginia. And Pennsylvania, of course, is allied with Michigan, Maine, New Jersey. Michigan, I don't think Michigan should be a problem. New Jersey is siding with us, it would seem. Well, they're blue on the map, but they haven't broken the alliance yet, probably because they haven't gotten the call to arms. What'll happen to Maine? I think I got a better army than all these guys, but pretty scary stuff, I would say. So let's try and blitzkrieg through there. Okay, New Jersey has turned on us. Maine has turned on us. But Virginia has a 2-star general with their 14,000 strong army. Maine probably isn't going to be moving through New Hampshire anytime soon. So I think that'll benefit us tremendously. Our relations with Rhode Island has probably taken a small hit due to our expansion, but yeah, at some point I'm going to have to invade them if they won't accept vassalization. So yeah, let's just continue, see where this takes us. Now that I guess it's spring, we are not suffering attrition like we were earlier. Now I think what I should be trying to do is attacking them as much as I possibly can. Let's go for Broome because they're heading towards Buffalo. I want to hit their forces head on in a good fight. So now where are they moving? Well, they're moving towards Allegheny. The New Jersey forces are moving towards Lackawanna. I'll keep my men on standby, and hopefully New Jersey will. Okay, we've won a battle with the help of Virginia. We have captured no ships. I don't think we've lost any, though, did we? We lost a bark, I think. Yeah, that's a bark. So that's unfortunate. Well, we took more from them than we lost, so fine by me. Gotcha. And we won the battle, and that's what counts for the war score, so at some point, do I care? Not really. Alright, they're going to try going towards Essex. Gonna try and see if I can outrun them. Probably not, though. Maybe I should disattach my cavalry and chase them down, start the battle, and then, call in the reinforcements. But I don't have to do that because the battle has started. And we're taking some big morale hits, but they're taking bigger hits. They have a better die, but we have other tricks up our sleeves than dice rolls. And that's what keeps the world going round, is dice rolls. Okay. So maybe in this war I can also vassalize New Jersey and eventually annex them. Similarly, maybe I could convince... Nah, Maine's probably too big for me to be able to annex in an appropriate manner. Unfortunate as that may be. Wonder if... Oh, the game's really lagging out right now. We're at 1.326 frames a second. You can see it's going really slow, and that's really bugging me. All the more reason I need to search out alternative ways of recording this stuff. Fraps just is not cutting it. But we will... Well, I don't think any army they produce can possibly be big enough to do much, so I'm gonna detach a small siege. I'm gonna split the forces and send... this one has 2 cavalry in it. What does the other one have? Or 2 artillery in it. What does this one have? 1 artillery. I will send this one back to Broome so it can get a general. and then I'll send it down to Essex. New Essex. I'm surprised it's not called that, considering how many of the naming conventions of the New World are treated. Nothing we can do about that now, although we could change the names of things, but more trouble than it's worth. All those documents you would have to think about. Now, it'd be great to rename stuff and change flags all willy-nilly, but even if, say, Puerto Rico became a state, does the cost of changing the United States flag in official capacities would be pretty big. So it'd probably just be better to be like, hey, Puerto Rico, do you mind if we just keep the flag the way it is? Anyway, it looks like Maine and Pennsylvania have finally grouped up in a fashion, which means that maybe a siege in Essex is untimely. So I'm going to group up and hope for the best, even if this... Well, maybe we should just detach a siege and attack. And then hopefully the Virginians will come to our aid with their 2-star general. I think we got this battle, though. Come on! Come to our help, Virginia. We need it. Or maybe we don't need it. Prince Edward Island entered a military alliance with our enemy, Maine. I thought they'd be enemies. I guess Maine did liberate them, though, so they would be thankful for that. Alright, so we won that for 2 war score. And they're going to retreat to the only place they can, which is Erie, and we will attack them there. Before heading back to Lackawanna, then trying what our initial strategy was. And we've won, killing basically all of them. Good, that's what I wanted to hear. But they're going to try linking up again in Lycoming, and my troops are deciding not to move for some reason. Right-clicking. Interesting. There we go. So, get on over there. Have some fun, guys. We are steamrolling these guys. Lackawanna will be ours, and then so will New Jersey, if we can manage that. Or maybe I should take all of North Pennsylvania, which will become South New York. Interesting proposition. Now, if I could also take Essex, the borders wouldn't look that horrible, except for Pennsylvania, which would just look neutered. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Split the forces again. We'd have to merge them. Merge would require you selecting both. Split in half, and once again, gotta take one of them up to Broome and assign General Roosevelt. That would be beautiful. Oh, yeah. Roosevelt. Alright then. Down to Essex. They can't form an army big enough. Well, they're hiring a bunch of mercenaries, but... you know, their funeral. Because I'm about to take Lackawanna. When that happens, this war is... there's no possible way for them to make a comeback, really. Suppose if I really wanted to, I could try and get New Jersey out of the war, ensure that they become a vassal, focus on Pennsylvania, maybe mess with Maine, and liberate New Brunswick, which would completely devastate them, leave them with basically only half of their current territory. That seems more trouble than it's worth, though, because I kind of enjoy seeing Maine be super powerful. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Funny. Maine, you humor me. With your existence, futile as it may be, in the wake of the New York Empire. Declared war upon their enemy Newfoundland and Labrador. Okay, are they going to call me to arms, or what are you going to do? Alright, Siege of Lackawanna has been completed. And I'll just, focus because I only really want Lackawanna from Pennsylvania here, so I'll just try and see if I think I can get more if I vassalize New Jersey here. And Andrew Roosevelt. How about that? And a General Roosevelt, too. I wonder if they're brothers or something. 441, 454, 543, 334. The bureaucrat candidate is better military candidate. How about that? Another Andrew. Fine name. I know a guy named Andrew, though he likes being called Andar. For some reason, I don't know. Andrew Morton. Better than Andrew Roosevelt. In every single capacity. And we need to worry about our Republican tradition, which is dipping in the yellow. So, yep, that looks good. Looks like Pennsylvania and New Jersey are still rallying troops in Lycoming. Should probably just attack them right now. But we'll see how much we can get away with. I know exactly where they're heading. They're just going to head back to Lackawanna. And by that time, we will have Essex under our control. Maybe if we're lucky, we will have Mercer here. That'll be fun. Let's check the colonies real quick. The colonies in the Turk Islands are going slow, but faster than usual at 42 growth a year. Thought I had two of them. 2 colonists, actually. So one is in the Bahamas, really. Thought I'd already colonized that one. No. Yeah, that's colonized, man. What are you doing? Colonizing. Oh, Barohanas. Okay, sorry, wasn't reading that. He's colonizing this, which is going great. 47 a year, 48% done. So maybe we'll start settling in Colombia by the end of this episode, hopefully. That would excite me. Anyway, back to more important concerns. The war at hand. Walls have been breached in Mercer. Essex is still having some issues, but the Lycoming rally point is not gathering enough men to form a suitable defense for Pennsylvania. Okay, now at 11,000, 12,000, potentially 13,000. Oh, no. Okay, they decided to start attacking Buffalo instead. I don't know what they're aiming for. They're not gonna... Interesting move, I must say. I didn't expect it. They're not gonna seize the initiative that easily, though. I'm gonna knock New Jersey out the war, and when that happens, about 6,000 men are going to disappear from that coalition. And, chances are they'll be rooting for me after that. If I get the peace I want. Didn't even read that, unfortunately. So Allegheny has been taken. They're going to battle in Buffalo for me. Thank you. You guys had the better general anyway. Don't want to mess with Virginia. Maybe that's why they've been conquering so aggressively. They've been like, wow, we got this great general. We should probably do something with it. Alright, those sieges are still going on. Virginia battling now in Dauphin. Not to be confused with Dolphin. Whatever happened to D.C.? Okay, it got annexed into Maryland. Not Virginia. Because D.C. was originally taken from territory of Maryland and Virginia because it was, at the time, the center of the 13 colonies. I mean, now it is not the center of the United States, but at one time it was. And so, to avoid argument, they took territory from both Maryland and Virginia. Although I bet Maryland kind of probably got the worst deal out of that, considering how big Virginia is and how small Maryland is. Turks Islands. What was that? Oh, we probably just figured out what they were producing there. What is it? Sugar. Alright, fair enough. Alright, continuing with the sieges, now that our armies stand unopposed, unless Maine decides to send this 8,000 guys somewhere, but that would be suicidal for those people, unfortunately. A wave of innovation. Alright, now all of a sudden 3,000 men showed up out of nowhere. Fine. Siege of Mercer is complete. On their enemy, Pennsylvania. Alright, Maryland. That's weird. I'm sure now, though, you've seen that they're very weak. Trying to get Philadelphia? Really, guys? I find that funny. Wonder if I can stop them. Probably not, but nah. Okay. So, Louisiana entered into a military alliance with our enemy, New Jersey. I don't care. Louisiana can do whatever it wants. You know, that alliance is about to mean absolutely nothing, because I'm taking Atlantic City, and once this is done in Essex, I'll just storm over there in Lackawanna. Military access from Ohio? Sure. Let's get friendly with them. A little bit at least, possibly. I mean, whoever they're fighting probably benefits me in some way, right? Pennsylvania, Maine, and Minnesota. Yep, it does. Everyone's just picking off from the corpse now. Yeah, Pennsylvania, you done goofed by disavowing our allegiances. You knew we were going to betray you eventually, but you just quickened your fall, was all you did. Kind of respect you for that, you know? You saw it coming and you're like, you know what? Embrace it. Yep, that's what you did, right? Alright, Maryland wants military access, why not? It just means, though, that I will have to fight the Ohio-Ontarian Alliance probably again if I want to form a Mid-Atlantic Union. And I'll also have to fight Maryland, but I would have to do that anyway, which is why I kind of don't care. And Virginia probably has a lot of reasons to want to declare war against them as well, so it'll probably work out for the best, honestly, if we want to get real here. Okay, they're having supply shortages in the besieged cities. So that's good. Bum bum bum. I really don't want to have Virginia go away with anything. Even though they've been really helpful in this war, and it'd be nice, but I can't afford them to ruin my chance at forming the Union. I don't want to have to fight Virginia. That would be a war we might not be able to win. Because Virginia is not messing around, and if they're getting 2-star generals like that, it's going to be even harder. Defenders are deserting in Essex. We have established a colony in Barohonas. So, yep, okay. Now we can establish one in Jamaica. A very aggressive native population. How aggressive is the native population here? Not very. Feel like we can take the colonial marines out of the Turk Islands and to Jamaica. It'll be a nice vacation, guys, don't worry. Put them in Central Caribbean for a little bit. And then after that, we can continue our dastardly plans as Texas decides to colonize. Virginia is getting into the colonial game with a colony in Curaçao. Interesting developments. Mostly Texas seems to be trying to get in these little tiny islands. They can have these little islands. I got the big good stuff. Easy to defend. Moneymakers. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Far from ideal. We're losing too much prestige. Prestige is respect, and you need respect if you're going to be a nation. So siege of Atlantic. Probably can't knock New Jersey out of the war. Let's see. No, I would have to... Maybe that would be here. New York vassal? They would accept that. And I want money. Continue. And there's that. So, New Jersey accepted our generous offer of peace. New Jersey will become a vassal of New York. New Jersey will pay 22 ducats. The peace will cost New York 50 diplomatic power with no caucus belly. New York gains 6 prestige, 21 aggressive expansion relations penalty. Whatever. And then, you know, we've already won here in, you know, this town. Wonder, have we... No, not really much. We could make them a vassal if we really wanted to. Just overpower them real quick. We took a pretty big aggressive relations hit there, and this will just create more plus 50. So I don't think that's in our best interest. Everyone would hate us. Everyone already hates us, but they'd hate us even more. So, I said, can we get out of this with peace? I would like Lackawanna. You would like to give it to me. I don't know, can we get them as a vassal too? Virginia vassal? Absolutely not. Don't have treaties with Maine. Don't have treaties with Minnesota. Revoke your cores on Kent. No, don't need that. I don't want Virginia to have anything. So yeah, Pennsylvania will cede Lackawanna to New York. Pennsylvania will annul all treaties with Maine and Minnesota. Pennsylvania will pay 84 ducats. Sure. That is my demand. You've got it. And there we go. Peace for our time. New York looks very weird. This tentacle up here, this tentacle down here. And of course, New York hanging off, and, you know, the bay here hanging off as well. Weird country, but it'll look less weird once New Jersey is fully incorporated. We'll probably have to improve our relations. They don't much like the fact that we just had a huge military occupation. I wouldn't. So yeah, that was a good war. Good fight, Pennsylvania. Thanks, Virginia. And they're not too bitter about not getting anything from that, which is good. I hope I can maintain them as a beautiful ally and no longer a valid rival for New York. Okay. So maybe Maine is a good rival. I need a good rival. So view my country. No, there are no eligible rivals. Interesting. Create vassals. Yep, bunch of weird vassals. I like the flag of New York City. Also like the flag of Niagara. Although Niagara has the same problems as most flags in the United States, unfortunately. The Mid-Atlantic Union has a pretty nice flag. It looks like the English flag, but, you know, with red, white, and blue, which you would think is the Union Jack, but without the Scotland stuff. You'll see it eventually, I'm sure, if you stick with this. So Philadelphia is under the occupation of Maryland. Pennsylvania just probably can't get it back together. Maybe I should just put a spy over here. Covert actions. Fabricate a claim on Erie. Because, well, why wouldn't I? In the colonial charter, some maps suggest that New York, during the times of the Confederation before the Constitution was ratified, had huge claims from Erie all the way through Ohio into Illinois and Indiana. It was crazy how much territory New York thought it had, but Virginia was the same way. Virginia thought it had, you know, Kentucky, also all the way down to, like, Missouri. Well, not Missouri, because that's Louisiana, but you know what I mean. All the way over here, including Tennessee, and North Carolina had Tennessee. Okay, Virginia just wanted Virginia just wanted Kentucky then, if I remember correctly. But yeah, crazy stuff. The two biggest states were just like, you know what? We could be bigger. Yeah. And that wasn't gonna fly. Somehow Massachusetts, despite being over here and not having any connection, also had claims over here, if I believe. You know, the powerful states just wanting more land. Good to see, though, that it did not turn out that way. Because I'm like, Pennsylvania already had Erie, Pennsylvania at the time, so it made no sense. Also, that New York would want all this stuff, too. So gain 10 diplomatic power, gain 30 diplomatic power, and Rhode Island's relations change by 30. Let's pause real quick, see what Rhode Island thinks of me right now. They would still accept vassalization if I could just get there. Influence actions is what it is. We'll try again, plus 30. Granting us that, and if we can send a gift to them, perhaps send a gift, 25, and it's at 141, bring it up to 166. How much money can we throw at them, though? Can we get it to 50? No, that's outrageous. What if you just transferred your trade power to us? Yeah, that'd be great. Gotcha. And hopefully that'll improve our relations. Somewhat, maybe? Hopefully? No? Guess not. I'd like to fabricate a claim on these guys too, or get them to love me a little bit more, but that won't happen. Just try and improve relations with them. Do I have 3 diplomats? What's going on with that? Thought I was improving relations down here. Okay, I can't annex them for a while anyway, so I'll just let them fester and try and improve relations with Rhode Island once again, although chances are they probably don't care no matter what I do. I don't want to have to get aggressive relations penalty for that small little chunk of land. No offense to you Rhode Islanders out there. Cancel. Hold on. Let's look at our options here. Yeah, we got an innovative ideas tree going on. Come on now. A scientific revolution would make technology costs in the future minus 5%, giving us a bonus this early in the game. Like, think about that. 5% for all these technologies. We're going to go really quickly. And we just got a soldier's foot, leader shock +1. Shocking. Okay. I guess we still have stuff for diplomatic, so that's good. Can we repay our loans? I think I already repaid my loans, so what am I thinking? So yeah, we have the ability to build more stuff. Build. How about, I'm getting worried all of a sudden about, hold on. Probably should land these guys in Jamaica. Forgot about my Marines. Easy to do. Local production efficiency, trade power, manpower increase, that would help a lot. I mean, we have a booming economy, so let's not be conservative with all that money we got. Let's turn it into something. Spend money to make money. Alright, good. Boom. And we'll have more manpower as a result, and be better for it. Should have probably tried changing the culture or something. Pennsylvania culture is the same culture group, and Atlantic is primary culture in New York. Okay, sure. Put the boot down. I don't want any patriotic rebellions going on against me. Really interested to see what's going to happen to Pennsylvania with Ohio and Maryland fighting over it so viciously. Alright, 161. That's pretty good, even if the diplomats can't raise it even higher. I think we're in a good position. 25 added to that. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 188. That'd be pretty good. Pretty decent. Nice. Trade efficiency? Sure. Just for, someone there. Fill out all the advisor slots. It would be a nice thing to do. Alright, so Maryland took Allegheny, which, prevents Virginia from doing it at least. Ohio is still in the war? No? Alright, they're done with that then. They have negative relations with us, but why do I have one lazy diplomat? What happened? I was trying to fabricate claims in Erie, so I'll do that. Oh, do I already have a claim in Erie then? Did that just happen really quickly? Yeah, I have a claim there, so fabricate claims there. Well, sure. Boom, done. I can't fabricate claims on their capital in Dauphin. Harrisburg, that's what it is. I don't memorize all the state capitals, there's 50 of them. It's crazy. Turk Island's doing well. They're getting there. Okay, recall that diplomat. Can probably now send a gift to them to push them over the edge. 25 plus 70. Yeah, that would be it. Send them a pleasant gift of 25 gold for 25 relations. Oh yes. And will they accept vassalization? You bet. So as soon as that diplomat gets home, we can send him right on back to Rhode Island. Get back on over to Providence. It is your providence to get over there. Divinely so. Alright, come on now. Time's a-wasting. Sebastian Glynn! Oh no, if only I cared about Sebastian Glynn, our worst general. Accept vassalization, Rhode Island. You know it's in your best interest. Yeah. The once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become our vassal. We get half their monthly tax income. Hey, what about you, New Hampshire? You'd love the same thing, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Oh, maybe it'd be better to get Ohio on our side and their crazy flag. They got a great flag, though. I like it. Original. Nothing else like it in the world. That and them and Nepal and their weird triangles. You know, it's something different. Something cool. I wonder if Mississippi is just going to let this province go rebel all day. All day, every day, rebellion. Well, nothing much going on now. It's almost done. Maybe we can change the culture of Lackawanna. But for the most part, everything's settled, nice and cozy. Turk Islands again. Alright then, well, in that case, I think this is a good time to end the episode. Things are looking up. And thank you for watching.